Good Thursday morning, everybody. YouTube, how you guys doing today? It is finally time for football picks. We have week 2 of college football and week number 1 of the NFL. So let's get right into that. We have lots of games to cover. Time to go. Tomorrow night, Friday, and what will probably be an awful game, we have TCU at SMU. I have TCU winning big. Moving on to Saturday's games, number 1, Alabama playing Arkansas State, which will be another awful game. Alabama wins big. Clemson, number 2 Clemson at Texas A&M. This game will be a little close. I think this will be a fun one to watch. Definitely going to watch it over Penn State and Pittsburgh. Clemson beating Texas A&M. And what will probably be an interesting matchup in the SEC tomorrow, Georgia playing South Carolina. Georgia's going to win. I don't want to say big. They'll win by about 2 scores, I think. That's really all I got. I'm not going to see much of that one because Ohio State is playing Rutgers at 3:30. I will be watching that game as I am an Ohio State fan. Tomorrow's not the time, not going to be the game where Rutgers actually proves they belong to be in the Big Ten. Ohio State big. Wisconsin playing New Mexico. That's going to be a bad one. New Mexico is not going to win. Wisconsin wins big. They are the number 1 team in the Big Ten West, and they will continue to prove it. UCLA at Oklahoma. Oklahoma will be playing their second game since Baker Mayfield left, and they didn't look like they were missing a beat last week. Oklahoma wins. Auburn at Alabama State. Auburn's going to continue on. That's all I got. Ball State playing in South Bend, Indiana at Notre Dame. Has most of the makings to be a trap game. However, with that being said, I do believe that Notre Dame will win. They almost kind of need to keep momentum going after, for the most part, handling Michigan relatively well last week. Continuing on, though, North Dakota at Washington. Washington needs this game really, really badly. I think they are pretty much the best option for the Pac-12 to make it into the college football playoff. Washington needs to win this game. They will win this game. Moving on, which will be a pretty good game from the Pac-12. Number 17, USC at number 10, Stanford. Now, while I did just say Washington is probably the best chance for the Pac-12 to make it into the college football playoff, both of these teams do have a shot. I have Stanford winning in what will be a very tight game. Continuing, LSU at Southeastern Louisiana. LSU wins. I have no other words for this. William & Mary at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech's going to win. The 8 o'clock game on ABC, Penn State at Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh winning this game. I don't think Penn State's going to be that great this year. There's your upset right there for the week. Penn State, who is currently a 8-point favorite, I believe. 8.5, 9-point favorite, loses to Pittsburgh. West Virginia at Youngstown State at West Virginia. There's really nothing there. West Virginia's going to win. Michigan State at Arizona State. I wouldn't really call this one an upset. I could technically be an upset pick also. I have Arizona State winning. Michigan State did not look phenomenal against Utah State last year. They looked a little shaky. Arizona State wins. Mississippi State at Kansas State. Mississippi State's going to win. I have nothing on this one. Continuing down, UCF, who still has not lost a game since last season, since actually before last season, playing South Carolina State. UCF wins. UConn at Boise State. I have Boise State winning this one. I think this game will be better than what people expect, though, but no one's going to watch it because it is at 10:30 on the East Coast. Moving down, number 21, Michigan, in what, in my opinion, is a must-win game, playing Western Michigan. Michigan wins. They need to. Miami playing Savannah State. Miami wins. Big rebound game for them. They win big. Oregon, number 23 Oregon at Portland State, or not at Portland State, playing Portland State at home. Oregon wins. And to round out the top 25, Kentucky playing at Florida. Gators are going to win. That's all I have for college. Actually, I have one other college football game. I had to find it. It is Northwestern and Duke. Duke at Northwestern. I'm bringing this one up because I think Northwestern can do something in the Big Ten West if they can get a handful of games going and they can play well. Northwestern beats Duke at home. That last one is your game to watch this week because it could be a surprise game in the Big Ten. Or Northwestern, I should say, could be a surprise team in the Big Ten. Moving on to the NFL. Week 1 starting today. Games that actually mean something finally. Tonight at 8:20 p.m., Atlanta goes up to the defending Super Bowl champions in Philadelphia. I have Philadelphia winning that game in front of their home crowd. It's gonna be loud there tonight in Lincoln Financial Field. Moving on to Sunday's games here at the 1 o'clock slate. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh is going to win. The Baker Mayfield era will not start off well. My Cincinnati Bengals playing at Indianapolis. Have Cincinnati winning this game. I don't think Andrew Luck's going to play phenomenal and meaningful football games. Tennessee at Miami. I think Tennessee's going to win this one. That's really all I have it. San Francisco at Minnesota. I am all aboard the Jimmy Garoppolo train this year. I think San Francisco is going to be a pretty good team in the NFC West. San Francisco beats Minnesota. Houston at New England. Tom Brady's still at New England. Last time I checked, Tom Brady's going to be playing tomorrow or Sunday. New England wins. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. A game in which there will be minimal defense. New Orleans wins because they have Drew Brees. Jacksonville at New York. Jacksonville behind Leonard Fournette will beat the New York Giants, who I'm assuming Eli Manning will be the starter. Buffalo at Baltimore. I have Baltimore winning this game. I do have Baltimore winning this game. Moving to the 4:05 slate. This was a weird one. 4:05 on Sunday. Kansas City at the Los Angeles Chargers. I think Kansas City is going to be a bit better. I almost said bigger. Kansas City is going to be a better team than what some people expect. Kansas City beating the Los Angeles Chargers. Moving to the 4:25 slate. There are 3 games at 4:25 and 1 at 4:05, which we just talked about. The first of the 4:25 slate. Seattle at Denver. Seattle winning. Washington at Arizona. I do have Arizona winning that game. Dallas at Carolina. Who did I have this one? I had the Carolina Panthers winning that game. Okay. I had some ideas on that one. I didn't really know. I think Carolina will win that game, start the season off right. And the 8:20, the Sunday night game. The first Sunday night of the season. Chicago at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is going to tear up the Chicago defense. Even though Chicago has Khalil Mack, Bears are not going to win Sunday night. Green Bay is going to start their season off right. The New York Jets at Detroit. I don't like to pick the Lions. I'm picking the Lions anyway because the Jets, the Jets, Jets are bad. Detroit wins. The Los Angeles Rams playing the Oakland Raiders. Oakland threw away their season by getting rid of Khalil Mack, I think. I mean, I'd understand. Yes, you got to do something with him. He doesn't want it. You can't re-sign him. Don't let him go to free agency. Can't get a contract signature on the contract. You gotta get rid of him. Gotta get some value out of him. The Los Angeles Rams win big over Oakland. That is your final Monday night game. That is the 16th game of the NFL, or Week 1 of the NFL season. with that being said, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you later. We will have week 3 picks and a recap of this week's picks next week. Peace out and stay classy, YouTube. Bye.